network validation tool or NVT for VxRack FLEX. In this video, we will see how a user can download NVT and run network validation. As a first step, user needs to download NVT and C3 JSON file from respective web portal. Second step is to launch NVT user interface and import the JSON file. As a third and final step, run NVT validation and review validation summary. So let's start the demo. The NVT tool is currently available in PSApp Central Portal. I'm going to the web browser and accessing the PSApp portal. Whoever having a customer support account with Dell EMC will have the access to the central portal with the PSApp Central Portal. So in the home page, we can search for Flex or NVT. So you can see the home page for NVT for VxRack FLEX. From this page, you can download the software. For this demo purpose, I already have the software downloaded. One additional information or data is required to run the NVT is the C3 JSON file. So now I'm going to the C3 portal and I download the required JSON file. So now the JSON file is available in the C3 portal, the details tab, and download JSON. So here you can download the JSON file. Now let me go back to launch the NVT software. The NVT software is currently a Windows executable. Any Windows operating system can be used to run the NVT tool. So once you double click on the exe file, it will take few seconds to open the UI. So here the first question is, what do you want to validate? So currently NVT has been enabled to validate a set of network configuration. So I'm enabling the option to and going to the next screen where I can import a JSON file. So I import the JSON file I downloaded earlier. Now I can go and review what are the information loaded into the tool. So basic information about the customer, few IP addresses like DNS, NTP, SMTP, and SNMP. These are the network core services. It is expected to be available from the customer site. So NVT will go and check all these IP address and make sure these are reachable. In the next screen, we are going to see what the components in the controller cluster, that is the management cluster, where you have a set of host and a set of IP addresses. So these host and the management IP address will be validated against the DNS resolution, and all the IP addresses also will be validated for the IP address availability. In case of any IP address conflict, NVT validation summary will report that. Apart from the host details, there are a set of virtual machines, that is the service virtual machines, including the vCenters and VxRack FLEX manager, and a set of service virtual machines. Another set of IP addresses for the data and management switches. So these are the IP addresses for switch management. Going to the next screen where we have the information about the production host. In this file, we have 3 clusters and 8 nodes in the first cluster, 6 nodes in the second cluster, and 3 nodes in the third cluster. All the host names, including the SQDN and management IP address and other vCenter related, VMware related IP addresses and iTrack IP addresses are provided here. These all IP addresses will be run at a ping request, and if there is any IP address returns replay from the host or a live machine, it will be reported in the NVT validation summary. So a set of FlexOS IP addresses for SDS and SDC are available here. These are all read from the C3 JSON file. The production VM, only one test virtual machine is provided here, and if you have any bare metal host, you can see those IP addresses in this area. Going to the next screen where a user can initiate a validation. So Validate will review all the information provided in the UI, whether all these IP addresses are required IP addresses are already provided, and if there is any mandatory information is missing or not. All information will be reviewed and a validation will start. During the validation, it will go and check all the DNS server, NTP server, SNMP, SMTP servers, whether they are available by telnet or equivalent command for each services. And for all the host name and management IP addresses, it will go to a DNS server and verify the DNS name resolution is happening from the DNS server. And for all the other IP addresses, it will check for any IP address conflict situation where these reserved IP address, if it is being used anywhere in the network, it will report an error. So this validation summary message is started populating. We can view that the details of the message. So here we have in the table we can see the DNS server 1, and this is the IP address of the DNS server 1, and the validation is if the DNS server 1 is reachable or not. So we are using a telnet command to reach the DNS server, and set of messages we have given here that and indicate the result that remediation required. So remediation required means there is some problem on the network and it is not able to, from the host where it is running the NVT, it is not able to reach the DNS server. So remediation required means the customer need to look into this place and make sure this either IP address is provided correctly, or is there any network connectivity issue between the host where it is running the NVT and to the DNS server. So the expectation is that NVT should run from a workstation in the management network at the customer location, so that it will give the maximum result. So at the end of this validation, user can download a validation summary report either in a PDF or Excel format. So it will be easy for reviewing or filtering. And later, if it is required to share with the EMC resource, it can be emailed. The validation will take a few more minutes complete. During the time, maybe I have an output file. I can show you how the output file looks like. So validation summary message will give you the details of some of the validation are green, so that means it's ready for VxRack FLEX, and some of them are in red, which require some remediation. So if you look at this report, around 200 plus validation has been completed, and it's given the result. So user need to look into all these warning messages and make sure these are rectified before a VxRack FLEX deployment. So the validation is still in progress. It will take a few more minutes. In case if you have any questions or any support required, can use this contact us or support URLs to reach the SBS technology team, technical support team. They will be able to help. And this is the end of this demo. Thanks for watching.